Welcome back, everyone. You may be trying to figure out what some of the best camera apps on your iPhone are. Now, I will tell you, the most of the advantages that you're going to get from a photo editing thing could be taken after you take the photo. So it doesn't really matter a crazy amount how good the camera app is. You can take a photo on a really bad camera, but you can edit it up to make it look better. But specifically, as you know, with the stock camera app, there's a lot of features, but there's a lot of things missing too. Now, one of the most popular camera apps that seems to be the best is this one. It's called Halide or Halide, whatever it's called. Now, unfortunately, it is a paid one, so that's why this one didn't quite make the list because I wasn't about to drop $12 on it or whatever. So the couple other free ones you can go ahead and actually utilize, one of them being Lightroom. Now, Lightroom is an app made by Adobe, which is the same people who made Photoshop, and most of you may already know this specific app, and it's fairly popular in terms of an editing app, but you can actually take photos within this application as well. Actually, I think it's just photos. So right here, you can either, upload a photo or you can take a photo yourself right here. So you can go ahead and click on that little photo icon and you will see that the application will actually come up. Now, it's very similar to the stock iOS photo, but you have a couple of different things you can choose. So first of all, one of the most immediate things that I saw was the zooming in capability. You can see the zooming in and out is almost instantaneous compared to Apple stock apps. So if you click here, as you can see, it takes a second. Look how choppy that is. That is actually fairly choppy compared to, Adobe. Now, they actually use a digital zoom, so you can't really utilize that ultra wide sensor. So they use a digital zoom rather than the actual sensor itself. So keep that in mind. But overall, you have pretty much the same settings. If you click on this little drop down, you have a couple of different options you could choose here, the exposure settings and all those different things. But you also have all these options right here. Now we are on the ultra wide sensor, which is really cool. You can go and revert back to it by clicking here, which goes back to the wide angle. And overall, this is a pretty decent camera app as well. Now, as you can see, there's a couple other settings you have. You have Pro mode under this specific application, which is actually really impressive. So you have a couple other options you can go ahead and change up. You also have, I guess, high dynamic range, which is really awesome. So HDR, you can go ahead and utilize this specific app as well. Now, I think this one definitely has more features than the stock camera app, but also what I love about this is that this camera app is just an addition to the editing capabilities within the application itself, and it's a free app. So you have all these other little options that you have. Now, there's a bunch of paid stuff you can do, but for the raw features of this application, everything is pretty much free, which is really cool. So that's one of my favorite apps for, at least camera app capability and all of that. Now, the next one I would recommend looking at is Visco. Now, you guys probably already know this app. It was kind of like a meme a while ago. I've talked about this app a ton of different times. So in this specific case, so after you log in and everything, it takes like 45 minutes. You want to go and click the camera app in the top right, and you can see we are brought into the camera application again. Now, this is again very similar to the other app, but this one actually uses your actual lens, it seems like. At least that's what it seems like here. And here you can go ahead and take the photo. You have a couple of different options over here. So you have portrait mode or something like that. You have this mode and you have this mode as well, which is really cool, which I guess adds a real-time filter, which is really awesome. And I think you can modify that. So this app at its core is a filter app, which is really cool, and I like that. Visco is a crazy popular, application. Then you have all these other things you can choose here, which I think is really awesome. So you can choose make a video and everything, and that seems to be one feature that Adobe Lightroom doesn't have. You cannot actually make videos on that. So I think that's a really cool thing this application has going for it too. Now, this is, I guess, the secondary app. I like, Adobe Lightroom more. But again, the stock camera app is just a go-to for me, at least right now. But this Visco app is also really impressive as well because you can also edit the photos very easily and much better than the stock photo editing capabilities you have on iOS. So those are two different apps that I would recommend. Three, if you can go ahead and buy it if you want to buy it, but two free ones that I would recommend you guys to look at as well. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.